Good morning, Oz.
Good morning, Fury.
How's your week been? You've been crook, so you haven't done a lot of racing this week.
No, not a lot of racing this week. Done a little bit of practice, not much, but
Yeah, a couple of lobbies, I believe.
yeah, a couple of lobbies. Had a couple of superstars on there.
That's good.
Came on.
I'm hoping
Hopefully
one of
they
those.
tune in today.
Yeah. I'm hoping one of those superstars will join us. Let's see what I can invite.
Yeah. So, how's your week been with dailies?
Pretty good. I did all right in race B, and from there I did one race. I could see it was going to get a little bit argy-bargy, so I didn't bother with it again. And he's not online yet, but we'll invite him. But race C, again, very argy-bargy because of the nature of the circuit. But got some, first race was a bit of a disaster. I sort of crunched myself up against the wall. And then after that, I had a couple of good races, and then I think the fourth one might have been an average result again because you get taken out or crunched up against the wall. So I saw that getting a little bit out of control, so I thought I've had enough of that. I did one race A, was pretty average in that, pace-wise, but I came second, but the guy was like 5 or 6 seconds up the road by the time we finished. I'll just show you my times.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or have a look at everyone's times, really. So race A in the, what's that, the Lambo?
Yeah, I didn't even try them.
Yeah, it's one of those cars you got to brake yesterday to get around a corner, and it's very slidey. On sports soft tyres, I think it was. So Reddington was on top of the list there at 149.6. Ando, who hopefully will join us, was 150. And I'm way down
very
the
quick.
list here. Good morning,
Yeah,
Scotty. Welcome.
Morning, Scotty.
Yeah, so my one lap was a 155. I don't know whether Scotty did this race. Doesn't look like he's on there. No. Morning, Ando.
G'day, mate.
Hello, Endo.
Thanks for joining.
G'day.
Thanks for being on my lobby yesterday.
Oh, that's all right. I just quickly came in and
It was good to have a superstar. It's good to have a superstar on there.
Don't know about that.
Just having a look.
You're pretty quick. You're pretty quick.
We're just having a look at the daily times. Noisy was on top of my list at 136.450 father time, and then yourself, Ando.
It's a good time there, 36.4. Well,
Yeah, I could never get the intensity, any speed out of that thing.
Me either.
I was quickly a second quicker in the G70. Mind you, it's not a great time compared to everyone else.
it's funny, isn't it? A lot of Australasians like the G70, but if you look at the global top rankings, I think most of them are at Tenzas.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So I did a 38 flat, and I thought, how good am I? And a second and a half off.
I did a 38.2 or something, and that was about it.
Yeah. So yeah, look at the leaders, 35.7. So they're 0.7 off. It's not bad. And race C, I thought I had a pretty good time there as well, but I'm way down the list. Super 159.5 by
That's quick
Pennywise.
as. That's insane.
Yeah. Did you do this one, Ando? Looks like maybe you didn't. So 201.454.
Sorry, mate. Just grabbing my coffee.
Yeah, no,
I don't think I did.
No.
I've got
So
a 202 something.
yeah, there you are, 202.4. Like a lot of good drivers in the list, but very combative
People in high
race,
places,
this one.
obviously.
Yeah. Now I've got a conspiracy theory. We look at the top list, and they're all predominantly on Supras. Japanese circuit, Japanese car. I wonder whether the Supra was buffed for that race.
Well, down the straight, it had more power than the other cars.
Like, it's a great car, but it hasn't been strong for a long time.
And the last one was that Dragon track.
It was strong at Daytona probably a year ago, and same with
What's
the
the
Ford GT.
What track are you looking at?
This is Tokyo's times at the moment.
Which Tokyo? With the long straight?
Yeah.
And Group 3?
Yeah, in Group 3, yeah.
Right.
Tokyo
So
Expressway East.
The Supra's been this way for a while, but if a track's got a long straight, then the Supra will have a little bit of an edge.
Yeah.
Because it just gathers up its speed and keeps going.
Yeah.
For example, at Tokyo, at the end of that straight, it can be nudging 290 in nil wind.
Yeah.
Kilometers per hour. And some cars are barely 273, 274.
Yeah, copy that. I noticed that with the Nissan against that, because I went out there with the Nissan and down the straight, I was just getting chewed up something chronically.
Yeah. The Aldi was pretty handy here as well, but Scotty's just asked, can they do that without an update? But I just wondered whether it was like a race setting, within how they set up the game, whether they just sort of maybe gave the Supra a bit of a buff. I don't know. But like I say,
they didn't need to, because it was always going to be the OP car for that track.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
it's been that way for a while. The Supra is good at tracks where there's a very long straight.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thank you for that.
I guess at Bathurst it was pretty strong too, wasn't it, in that Group 3 race at Bathurst?
Yeah, Conrod's not quite long enough, though, for it to have a significant advantage. So, cars like the R8 or the Porsche that are good across the top will claw it back, and there won't be a massive difference.
Yeah.
It's got to have a very long straight like that Tokyo one.
Yeah. So next week's dailies, we've got soft and medium tyres for race C, which everyone's predicting is going to be Group 4, which is Grand Valley Highway 1. And I'm wondering...
Not a big fan of that track.
I like it. One of the few that does, I think. I was wondering what sort of car might be pretty good for that, and I drove the Elantra yesterday at Nuremberg on the endurance track. This thing was an absolute rocket there and handled really well. So I wonder whether that might come up trumps for race C.
I always cringe when someone says Nuremberg. Do you know the difference between Nuremberg and Nürburgring?
Yeah, I know. It's tomato, isn't it?
One place some atrocities took place, and the other place was bad for the Jews.
Right, okay.
I mean, if you get taken out of the carousels, you could argue that's an atrocity, I guess, couldn't you?
Yeah. Like, I've never been strong on that endurance layout, but I felt like I did all right in this yesterday. So, but I don't know. Probably the G70 will get a showing. The Citroen always goes pretty well there as well. and of course the TT. Let's have a look by category.
It's amazing how the front wheel drives in Group 4 have top end speed and acceleration.
Yeah.
Compared to, I was in a Viper last night at a Group 4 race.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a long straight, just at Road Atlanta, and the Audi TT behind me was just gobbling me up.
Yeah.
In a straight line, but then it suffers with its tyre wear. So
yeah, Dell, who races with me, he's really good in the TT. There's been a lot of Swifties lately too, I've noticed, and the F-Type is quick off the line. Of course, the Citroen, little 4C. I know Father Time uses the WRX. Sirocco's good too. Alpha might get a run. Any of those cars really will probably get a run, won't they? Realistically, maybe not the 86.
Yeah, Group 4's pretty even at the moment.
Yeah. Race B, I'm just trying to think what that is now. Fuji. And I think that'll be Group 4 cars. Oh, sorry, Group 3. So I think the 911's going to be the go-to car for the masses there. I think maybe the Ferrari, even the old.
I think so.
That's interesting.
I like the Jag, to be honest, but BRZ, I don't think that'll do as well, will it?
No.
Then trying to think what race A was now. Special Stage X. So that'll be the black AMG, the Mazda Affinity, and the Bugatti Chiron, and etc. So there'll just be one lap of staying with the pack and work out your strategy for a bit of nitrous at the end, I guess. So, Ando, thanks for joining us. I'm hoping your voice is coming through into the stream, because we want to talk about tuning. And if we pick this car, do you know if you have your voice set to be heard on stream?
I do have it.
Yep. Maybe
set
someone
that way, so
in chat can confirm it. That'd be good. So the Shelby I have, when we do the V8 supercars, which I don't think you were racing with us when we did that, well, you might have been in a couple since, but 600 brake horsepower, I've got this to 599, and the weight was 1335, which was to match the current. Thanks, Scotty. Scotty's confirmed you're coming through loud and clear.
Excellent. G'day, Scotty. Looking forward to the Volvos today.
Yeah, that'll be fun, won't it? So 30.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
There'll be a challenge.
Yeah. So this car was set up to sort of mirror the V8 supercars in performance, on weight and horsepower.
Yeah,
but I've
done series before. I've done plenty of series before with these sort of power and weight and supercar type theme to them. So yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the cars do end up being slight handfuls to manage, and you can dial them down a little bit with some tuning, but you can't turn them into a Group 3 car, unfortunately.
Yeah. So this car, I've got a couple of settings, as you'll probably see up the top here. I've got my original ones, and then one I was given for the Tokyo track, which is what we're looking at the moment. Body height, yeah, pretty much understand what that's all about. Any comment there, Endo, on that?
Oh, yes, but I'll save them because are you still going to go out and track and see what sort of lap time you can do and
Yeah, I
set a
will.
baseline? Then we'll play
Yep.
with it.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Andy Roll
Have you
Bar,
got?
do you want to talk about these or talk about them when we come back and adjust them maybe?
Yeah, we can talk about them now. I mean, we can talk about what they do, but you can also Google that, can't you? So I don't know if this stream you want to make it about explaining what different settings of suspension do and don't do, or I could condense it down and just tell you guys what are the important ones. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, just the important ones, that'd be good.
Yeah, because I find particularly with the suspension tuning that people waste a lot of time on micro adjustments. So there's only a few of these we can see: body height, anti-roll, damping. You go down the list. Only a couple of them are going to have a macro effect on the car, and by that I mean you could change something and you'll be able to feel it. So those ones that are going to have a decent enough effect and you should spend some time with are body height, anti-roll, natural frequency.
Right.
The rest of them I would call micro adjustments, and they're there to be played with if you just are really fine tuning and tweaking the car.
Yeah.
Could I just interrupt for 1 second? What's natural frequency actually do?
Okay, so that is a fancy way of describing stiffness of the spring.
Oh, copy.
Okay, so the higher number is a stiffer spring, basically. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, sorry about that. I just didn't actually know what that actually meant.
See,
Yeah.
for me, I know nothing about tuning, but I come in and adjust these top three categories, and normally I would have my rear up higher than what I have the front.
Right.
But everyone's different. Like my settings may not suit you guys, and vice versa. But I always struggle to get this car up to pace compared to the Camaro. The Camaro was always tops for me with the same
But we can break down what you just said there when you say having the rear higher than the front.
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying there, but for those first three settings, there's three different reasons you do that.
Yeah. Okay.
So what you're doing there with the body height, making the rear higher than the front, do you know what that's called?
No.
That's called rake. Okay.
Yeah.
So Formula One cars do it. Lots of cars do it. So if you sit the rear up higher, then what you're doing is you're setting up rake in the car, and that's where the whole car slopes from the back to the front, and the whole thing acts like a bit of a rear wing. The whole car acts like a rear wing, if you like,
Oh,
and
true.
it helps to plant the car down. But what you're doing with some cars is that you're shooting yourself in the foot, because the other thing that helps with downforce is having the car as low as possible. So any car that's got an underfloor or a rear diffuser or any sort of aero setup where the whole underbody of the car acts like a wing, an upside down wing, if you like, that's creating lift that pushes the car down into the track, you want it to be as low as possible. So you're fighting two different things there. So you have to toy with it, and trial and error is what you have to do there, So I would say that, yes, a bit of rake's a good thing, but more importantly is to have the car as low as possible.
Yeah.
So with body height, I'll slam the car down as low as I can until it starts bottoming out, or I have trouble with the steering, because sometimes the front wheels can get caught in the arches and you won't be able to get full lock. So you'll have to raise the car up to solve that issue. And that's something you can feel when you're out on track. You'll go to turn into a hairpin and the bloody thing won't turn. And you go, oh, shit, I've got the thing too low,
Yeah.
The other thing is with ride height, if you go through, say, the bus stop at Watkins Glen and you can't control the car, what's most likely happening is it's bottoming out on you. So in that instance, I would raise it as well.
Yeah. Father Time's joined us as well. He's made the comment that it can slow you down as well.
What can slow you down?
With the having the rear wing, the rear underside wing effect with the ride height. I assume that's what he's meaning.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is he saying rake can slow you down? If you have the rear high.
specific.
Right.
Having the
Well, of
big
course,
rake,
yeah. Every setting you play with is a trade-off, right? So you might get some more downforce, but you'll create more drag, so you'll be slower in a straight line. So all settings are a bit of a trade-off, right? They have a primary effect, but then they might have a secondary effect that's a negative thing for you, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for example, camber angle. You can set up a really aggressive camber angle, but that might help you with handling but hurt your tyre wear,
Yeah.
Same as raking.
you know?
Same as that raking. Would that hurt your tyre wear?
Rake,
Yeah.
not directly, but if it induces more sliding around than you would like because your driving style doesn't suit it, then yes, it will affect your tyre wear.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, so if you have the rear up high, you can get a nice rake effect, but then the rear might become unstable. So if the rear starts sliding around on you, it's going to hurt your tyre wear and your times and everything. So you've got to tweak these things to your liking as well, to something that suits you. So yeah, anti-roll bar is an important one because you don't want too much body roll in the corners. So you want to have them nice and stiff, but then not too stiff that you're losing mid-corner. The car can literally let go on you mid-corner if you've got the anti-roll bars too high. There's got to be a little bit of play in them, right? Especially when you're hitting curbs or, going through bus stops and whatnot. So,
Toe angle gets a bit of debate as well as...
Yeah, I call that a micro effect or micro setting. It's not a huge deal. So,
okay, cool.
But the theory of it is that any toe out will provide more maneuverability but less stability.
Yeah.
And that goes for front and rear.
I've found I've got better tyre wear by changing that value, particularly on the fronts.
Right, changing it in which direction?
Almost back to zero on some tracks.
Yes. So the drawback, once again, there's a drawback to toe angle, is that it creates literally drag. The tyres are not square down a straight, so you're going to lose some top end speed, and you're going to scrub them a bit. So there's going to be a bit of tyre wear effect. Yeah. So you don't have unnecessary toe angle, but if you really are trying to get the front end to turn in and you're just literally battling understeer, a little bit of toe out angle at the front can sometimes give you that bit more pointiness in the car.
Yeah.
And if you're really having trouble keeping control of the rear, a little bit of toe in at the rear can stabilise the rear end for you a little bit. But they're micro adjustments. They're not going to have a huge effect. You can dial them one way or the other, up and down, and it won't drastically change the car, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the initial torque and all this stuff's above me. I got no idea what the value of changing those are.
Well, this is an interesting one. Differential in some cars, and these cars are a good example, really is important. But not many people understand what what they're doing, right? So a differential, a limited slip differential, we all know what that does, right? It stops it stops the inside wheel spinning up and all the drive going to that inside wheel in a corner, doesn't it? So it locks the rear diff or the drive diff so that both wheels are turning at the same speed. And so you theoretically will get more drive out of a corner, more traction out of a corner, but the drawback is understeer. So if you dial up the diff settings, you'll have a nicely locked up rear diff. Let's talk about rear-wheel drive cars here. But you might struggle with understeer. As soon as you get back on throttle, the car's going to push wide on you, right? So that's the drawback of it. Now, initial torque is, if you like, it's the default setting of the diff. How locked is your diff when the car's sitting still? With no acceleration, no braking, just when it's sitting still, how locked is that diff? So that's your initial torque. That's your default tightness of the diff.
The higher the number, the stiffer it's going to be.
The higher the number, the more stiffer the diff, the more locked your rear diff is, yeah.
Yeah.
So acceleration and braking are self-explanatory. So acceleration sensitivity means that the diff, that setting will kick in when you get on throttle.
Yeah.
Okay? And then conversely, the braking sensitivity, that's how locked your diff is when you're decelerating, right?
Yep.
So the car or the diff can feel through the torque of the drive shaft whether you're accelerating or decelerating. And that's how those three settings play out.
Yep.
So you want to, in general, have your diff as free as possible, right? So lower settings are better unless you're having a problem with the the inside wheel spinning up.
Yeah,
And all the
okay.
drives going to that rear wheel that's got no weight on it, and you're having trouble accelerating out of a corner. So
Yeah.
then you start incrementally locking up the diff. I would start with acceleration sensitivity first, start increasing that, and then, especially in high power cars like these, you'll feel when you've gone too far, because if you set it to something like 30, and you'll start losing the rear end again on exit. Do you know what's
Yeah.
happening there?
Well, you're just going to loop it, aren't you? Both wheels are
Yeah,
gripping it.
yeah, but
and
do you
going
know
to send
why?
you around.
So I'll describe it this way. So when the setting's low, you might be spinning up the inside wheel, right,
Yeah.
on corner exit. But I tell you what, there's one thing worse than than one wheel spinning up
It's
at
both.
the rear,
Yeah.
and that's both, right?
Yeah.
So in a high-powered rear-wheel drive car, if you have that acceleration sensitivity set too high, you'll just spin up both rear wheels on corner exit, and then around you go.
Yeah.
So you want to have a little bit of play in the diff. You want to have a little bit of slip in your diff.
Mm.
And that is that perfect setting. And we've all felt it when we get on throttle on corner exit, and the car will have a little bit of tail slide, a little bit of wheel slip, but then it hooks up and goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it feels good, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
when that starts happening, that's when you know you've got your diff settings correct.
Yeah. So this one,
Yeah.
you've sort of helped me out with this in the past, and I look at that based on what you've told me, and that's not right, because you've pretty much told me I really need to have all those lines pretty much equally sorted apart.
Yeah, so the blue lines there, that are at little diagonals, that's an indication of your gear spacing. That's the gearing in between each gear shift. So you want to have them across the top there evenly spaced. So it looks there first and second are a bit too close together, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then fourth and fifth and sixth are a little bit spaced apart. So you want to have your gears nicely closely spaced together.
Yeah.
Especially
and what about
if
the
you've got
final
a car
value?
like this.
The final value. What does that actually mean?
Okay, so that will adjust all of them as a group up and down. Right?
Yeah.
So you can, once you get them evenly spaced, as you go track to track, all I do is adjust the final value.
And what do you adjust it to, though?
Well, what you want to do is you want to have the car approaching peak power in top gear at the end of the longest straight for any given track, don't you? Okay, so let's have a look at the power curve of this car. If you want to just click on the power restrictor or the ECU, any of them will do. So that's a very interesting power curve, isn't it? So we're looking at the blue line.
Yeah.
The grey line is torque, and that's not really relevant or useful when you're looking to set up tuning. All you're worried about is power when you're tuning a car. Lots of people get all caught up with torque curves and where the torque curve crosses the power curve and all that, and it's not really relevant. So all we want to do is make sure we're developing peak power in top gear at the end of the longest straight. So if we look at the power curve there, it's got little kinks in it, and each little kink, I reckon, is going to be about 500 RPM in this car. So it looks like, where do you think peak power arrives in this car? How many RPM?
Oh, probably around 8.5, I guess.
Okay, so 10, 9.5, 9, 8.5. Yep, exactly. But if you rev it out to 9, you're still developing good power, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if you rev it out to 9.5, or even worse? What if you rev it out to 9,941? Do you think that's a good idea?
No, you're losing.
No, terrible idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you want to make sure this is a good example of a car where it's very important to make sure you got the gearing set up correctly. So you want to be revving out to no more than about 9,000 RPM at the end of the longest straight in 6th gear.
So would that have been to save fuel?
No, that's for ultimate pace we're talking about. So we can talk about fuel saving in a little bit. And all you do with fuel saving is you make the gearing a little bit taller than optimal, and then you short shift as well. So that car looks like you could short shift it a little bit and not lose too much, but you can't do too much short shifting because you don't want to drop off the back end of that power curve, do you?
You'd almost short shift around 5,000 or 6,000 RPM, couldn't you?
No. Why would you short shift that low? That's terrible idea.
Too low.
So you want to be developing peak power at all times. So you for ultimate pace, you want to shift this car at 9,000.
Yeah.
And then the revs will drop back each time you upshift by about 1,000 RPM. So they'll drop back down to 8,000. But at 8,000, you can see on that blue curve is still in the power band, isn't it? You're still at peak power.
Yeah.
Right. But you go any further, and that power curve, it's not too steep, so it's not a huge problem. You could short shift this car a little bit and save fuel. But if you short shift it like you just said, you're going to be right off the back end of the power curve there, and you're going to be really giving up a lot of time.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so you want to keep the car revving in its peak power band at all times. So that's why in a car with a peaky power curve like this, you want to keep the gearing nice and closely spaced, and you want to get your shift points right.
All right. Well, before I adjust any of that, I'll put up a lobby and we'll go and put a lap down and then come back and forth, hey?
We can do some tweaks.
Yeah. Wonder what circuit might be good to go to.
Oh, something with a bit of everything. I think maybe Red Bull. You don't want a long lap because we want to get that feedback every minute or so on how our lap's going. So.
One thing, sorry, just digressing a little bit, is Bathurst. Obviously, we race a lot. I find getting down through that little dipper at the S's there, I find a lot of cars get, for me, I have trouble controlling the cars through there, and obviously ride height would be a big thing there.
Yeah, so there's ways you can make the car more stable and more drivable with tuning, and that's going to help you in a long race, isn't it? Because you're going to be more consistent with less mistakes. But once again, it's a game of compromises, so it ultimately might not be as fast and on edge, but it's a lot safer or risk-free because it's easier to control. So you can dial in a little bit of stability into the car if you like, if you're having trouble in certain sections like the dipper at Bathurst is a classic example.
I'm just going to pick a random room. Hopefully it'll let us in with this car setting. Otherwise I'll set one up myself.
Scotty wants the power curve on the HUD. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Well, you sort of have it, Scotty. It's like your RPM. So once you do your homework and you work out where the power band sits, all you have to worry about then is your RPM.
Looks like I'm in.
Father Time's talking about balance being everything. I totally agree with him there as well, because what you can do with the settings is not only the actual setting itself, but that setting relative to the other end of the car is quite important. So you can set up a particular behavior in a car by having the settings front to back a little bit different, stiffer in the front or stiffer in the back, higher in the front or higher in the back. That induces a particular sort of behavior in the car that you might be trying to chase, or you might be trying to tame down a bit of tailiness, so you can play with the balance of your settings, which I think is what Father Time's talking about there.
Now this is how I race. I don't actually see.
So I'm going to join your lobby, and so I can spectate you in my view that I like. What lobby are you in, mate?
LG Racing is the host.
LG.
Oh, yeah, got it. Yep.
I've got to get on.
Should have set up your own lobby, mate. This guy might close his lobby on you and ruin your stream. You're not in any control of things here, mate.
No, he thinks, look at this wanker coming in with a racing car.
Where is he, from Switzerland somewhere? He might go to bed soon and we'll be stuffed. You sure you don't want to set up your own lobby?
Oh, maybe we should.
That's all right.
You should.
I was thinking maybe one of you guys set up the lobby, because then I can come in and out with the settings.
How about Oz Racing? You set one up, mate, and when it's ready to go, let us know.
I don't know all the settings properly just yet. And my car's not set up properly yet for it.
Just leave it open for any settings. Don't put a...
Yeah, so the lobby settings themselves don't really matter. But once you've opened the lobby, you can set your car up then. But we'll just jump in and start circulating.
What track, boys? What track
Red Bull Group 3.
Go for it.
Well, it won't even be Group 3, because it's a tune car.
Oh, sorry, road cars. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Oh, then you need to set the horsepower and weight.
But if you have
You
no
don't have
limit...
this lobby ready to go, Fury?
No, I don't.
Because what's this guy got his lobby settings at?
I think it's just open.
Oh God! Right, someone will jump in a tomahawk then and start running
Yeah.
things around you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I did a race. I went into a lobby yesterday. Scotty and I went in, and they had Group 1 cars, and we were in Group 3. Oh, we were in these. I was in the Camaro.
I'll get Fury that if you could set up the lobby, bro, because you know all
Okay.
these settings and stuff.
So
because
I'm
it
getting a
is
lot of wheel
fucking
spin
good.
out of this car, as you can see in the low gear. I'll just show you here on this corner. If I can do it properly. I'll do the next corner. It's got no track limits either. He probably hasn't got tyre wear on either, so we're not getting an idea of tyre wear. Obviously very unstable there. Every lap I've been loose. Alright, well, I'll go and put our lobby up then, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really even have a car set up for this yet.
Laps is irrelevant for us at the moment.
Well, you can sit with me and spectate Fury, mate. Just
will
add
be.
a little bit of pressure to him.
Yeah.
A little bit more pressure to him, you know.
We can do commentating to him. Oh, no, look out.
Yeah, he's missed that apex. What a dickhead.
Yeah, we can pay out on it.
Whereabouts are you at, Oz Racing? Where do you
Sunshine
live?
Coast.
Oh,
Sunshine
lovely.
Coast, Brisbane.
Pop on down and see Father Time for a cold beer and check out his rig.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a truck driver as well.
Check out his racing setup too. What? Who said that?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
a truck
in
driver
Sydney.
normally.
Where are you in Fury?
I'm in Victoria, down in Bairnsdale.
Victoria.
Yeah, which is 4 hours out of Melbourne.
Bloody Mexicans.
Scotty's going to
Oh,
join. Good
nice.
on you, Scotty.
Nice semi-sunny day here where I'm at. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. I guess
Yeah.
you're
Yeah, me too.
in God's country,
Me
mate,
too.
living the dream up there. And Fury's probably all rugged up looking out at the frost on his
I
lawn,
am.
right?
Yeah, I'm in my shorts and shirt here, nice in the sun. Awesome.
Yeah, I've got the heater on. Morning, Hammer.
I've got my shorts and t-shirt, but I'm not going to open the windows. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
No, I don't get much time racing lately because I've been doing a lot of interstate truck driving. So, yeah.
All right, Fury, I'm joining your lobby and I'll spectate.
Okay.
Hammer says good morning. Good to
Morning,
see you,
Hammer.
mate. All right, Fury, see what you can do, mate. I'll give you 3 or 4 laps to set a lap time, and that'll be
Right.
our baseline. And then we'll come into the pits and we'll talk to the pit crew, eh?
Yep. See when the boys can work their magic. Now, I'm typically a rev. I usually rev my cars right out.
Yeah. Well, we just determined where we want to rev it to, didn't we? What did we say? 9,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
Now,
more
because
than
I'm in this
9,000,
view, I
really.
don't see where that is.
Oh, okay. You just read that out to 9.5 then. But why don't you just do what you normally do, and then we'll play with some tuning. I'll give you a couple of tips as well, and we'll see what sort of improvements we can do to your lap time.
Yeah, okay, cool.
First thing I noticed is I haven't seen you use 6 gear yet, have you?
I haven't gone that fast, I don't think.
No. So if you're not needing 6 gear, what's that going to tell you about your gearing?
I won't wear it out.
Do you think your gearbox is set up perfectly yet?
No, it won't be, will it?
No, it's not, is it? That's what I was getting at. So
Oh, this was set up for
gears-
Tokyo, this setting.
yeah, I'm not blaming you, mate. There's no blame here. we're just going to take things away. We've got a bit taily there out of that corner. Okay, that's noted. But we're going to see here that our gearing's a bit tall, isn't it? Like the gears are too far apart, spacing-wise. And
Okay.
our top gear's way too long because we haven't even needed to grab it yet. That's a paddling.
That's about what I did at the other
Our
track.
front tyre wear's starting to creep in there. That might be something we could dial back a bit with some tuning. But the
It's
car's
been-
sort of behaving okay on the curbs, isn't it? It's
Yeah, I
turning
like
in
it.
okay.
Yeah, it is.
So it's not a complete disaster. Definitely drivable. Highway's not too bad. It's fairly even all round.
I haven't gone down the first on that corner. I've been able to not lose it there. By staying in second.
It's got a fair bit of punch. You don't really need to be in super low gears. It's definitely traction limited at the rear, isn't it? So you don't need to be revving its guts out at those slow corners.
Yeah, I think I've left traction on typically with these car or the races.
Yeah, no
we
shame
do.
in that. Yeah.
We don't
You
have
definitely
traction
need-
available.
So the series might have no traction allowed.
That's right.
Right.
Keeping it
Well,
real.
That's something you've got to deal with there. So
Yeah.
Some good lap times here. This is approaching Group 3 times, really.
The 130 was good.
A similar weight to a Group 3 car, and it's also a little bit more power than the poor Group 3s got nerfed, and they're terribly underpowered these days, the Group 3s. So you got these 600 horses working pretty nicely for you, actually, I think.
I guess my biggest criticism with this car is, oops, downshifted, is that it's not competitive to the Camaro.
Yeah, that's a common theme. Especially if the Camaro can have a rear diffuser, it's a bit hard, it's a bit OP, unfortunately.
Yeah, but even if you take the rear diffuser off the Camaro, this is still slower.
Yeah, so that's a parity issue. That's a problem with the two cars. Sometimes two different cars are just not going to be competitive with each other, you know. The poor old Japanese programmers at Polyphony obviously didn't realise there's a V8 supercar series with these two cars matched up against each other, you know.
Yeah.
And they just, you know, ultimately the Camaro is just going to be quicker most of the time. Given the same power and weight, the Camaro is just quicker.
Yeah, well, for that race series, we take the rear diffuser off the Camaro. Otherwise,
yeah, so that levels the playing field a little bit.
A little bit, but not enough. Yeah.
No.
The Camaro's a rocket when you put the diffuser back on it.
Let us know when you're happy with your lap time, mate.
Oh, I think we're just about there.
I think that's a pretty respectable lap time.
We're down
Scotty's just gone and crapped on it.
He's one up me, has he?
Oh, by a little bit. But let's remember, you've done a 130.2 as well.
Oh. I'd be probably slow if I didn't have. That's all right, Scotty. All right.
All right, so we can just duck back to the pits and have a look at our settings.
So I probably should make another sheet, shouldn't I?
Feel free, mate. There's no charge for an extra sheet.
No. I'll call this Ando. Rightio.
So let's have a look at it. Like, first and foremost, let's have a look at the gearing. We'll try and fix that up, eh?
Yep.
So two problems there. You're not using 6 gear, so we need to bring. Well, what are we doing now?
Sorry.
let's not touch anything yet. We'll just talk about what we're going to do, right?
Yeah.
So, two things going on. You're not using 6 gear, so your top speed there is 6,365. That's way too much, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, we need to bring that down. But we also let's not touch anything yet. Let's not touch it yet. We also want to make the gears more closely spaced, especially 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, right?
Yeah.
They're the important ones. You're going to be in those gears for most of the truck. So let's leave 4th gear where it is, and let's bring 5th and 6th down closer to it, and we'll bring 2nd and 3rd up closer to 4th.
Okay.
So let's just do that for me now. That's it. Get them spaced or something like that. Yep, about there. So what this does when the gears are closely spaced like this, it means when you upshift at 9,000 RPM, the revs drop, but they don't drop too much. And you'll be back in peak power again. Don't touch fourth. Don't touch fourth.
You want to leave fourth?
So let's bring, leave fourth where it is. We'll bring second and third up now, and that gets them all more closely spaced.
When you say up, closer to
the
fourth?
opposite of down. So you brought fifth and sixth down. I want you to bring second and third up. That's it. Keep going. Right, we want to make them all evenly spaced.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the wrong line.
Right. Something like that. Yep.
About there.
Good. Yep. Yep. Now you're using first gear out of turn 4 there, aren't you?
Occasionally, yeah.
Yeah, right. But you're spinning up the rear wheels, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that tells me that first gear's a little bit short. So looking at the spacing there, you probably want to bring first up, but also that's going to help you out of turn 4, isn't it? By having a little bit longer gear. It might bog down slightly off the line in a standing start, but that's a separate issue. You might want to look at that in your preparation for the race if it's a standing start. But having that taller first gear will help you get out of turn 1 without spinning up the rear wheels. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so now let's have a look at the spacing here. You've got them all a lot more closely spaced, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's a good thing, right? And your top speed in 6 now is 338. I think maybe that's still a bit too high, isn't it?
So we'll drop that.
Yeah. So we'll bring that down. But what's a good way to bring it down now?
Oh, I
right.
see.
So
yeah.
if you bring it down, they won't be evenly spaced, will they? But what if you bring them all down? Yes, there you go. Let's bring them all down. Right. That maintains the spacing. See how that maintains the spacing?
Ah, I see.
Right. But we're bringing our top speed. We're bringing 6 gear into play here. How about we make it 315? Let's see if that works. So what we do here is we rinse, repeat, right? So we go out and test it. It might end up being too short now. So we come back into the pits and we make it a bit longer again. So we want to get it just right. So let's start with that. Now, don't go out. No, go back in. Let's have a look at aero. We haven't talked about aero yet, have we?
No.
Right? So you've got not a lot of aero in this car, but would you agree with me with these cars? Do you think they're a bit overpowered or underpowered when it comes to traction and accelerate, you know?
I really should be doing it without traction control. I don't find it too hard to manage.
No, but the TC's kicking in a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so that tells me the car's overpowered, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's a bit hard to you can't get it to turn. So what you want in an overpowered car is lots of downforce. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, you're giving away a little bit in top speed, but you're gaining so much more in every other area of the track.
And probably a track like Red Bull, you'd probably want that at max, wouldn't you?
Well, yes, it's got it doesn't have a really long straight, and it's got a fair few high-speed corners, doesn't it? That's where downforce will help you in high-speed corners.
Yeah.
So let's try max downforce. Let's just give it a try. That might make the car quicker overall in lap time. So why not give it a try? So let's slide them both up to max.
Both.
You had them, you had them pretty high to start with, but let's just slide them both up to max. Now, one more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing. We haven't talked about balance of the car and ballast yet, and ballast positioning.
Yeah.
What's your front rear weight balance at the moment?
-30.
No.
To the front.
That's your ballast positioning. What I asked you was, what's your front rear weight balance? I'll give you a hint. Look on the left.
Yeah, I'm just looking at 56.44.
Yeah. So what does that tell you? What's a good numbers to see there?
I assume 50-50, is it?
Exactly, 50-50. So we've got 109 kilos of ballast, and we've got it 30 to the front. That's sort of hurting our 50-50, isn't it? How about we put it all to the rear and see what we get?
Oh, all the rear, okay.
Yeah. Now hit triangle. Oh,
50-50.
look at that, baby. Boom. Look what happened to your PP. What happened to your PP?
Up. Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to your acceleration times?
Gone up, yeah.
They've gone up.
Oh, no. Oh, not to 40 has, not to 1,000 slightly down.
Has your 0 to 400 gone up?
Oh no, sorry, it's gone down. Sorry, yeah,
It's gone down.
yeah,
Is down good?
yeah. Sorry,
Yes, down is good.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Same but different.
We've had a win there, right?
Yeah,
So our
yeah.
PP's gone up. I love it when my PP goes up.
Yeah.
0 to 400. Yeah, our acceleration's gone down, and the car's going to be better balanced. It's going to feel better when you're driving it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So look at your rotational G. Has that gone up?
Rotational G, where's that?
Bottom left.
Oh, yeah, bottom, yeah. Yep.
It's gone up. That sounds like it's a good thing, right? You can pull more rotational G. That's an idea of your lateral grip you can get.
Right.
Okay, so that's telling you the car's going to handle better, basically, those
Okay.
numbers. So it's all good. Now, one last thing while we're here, let's have a look at that ECU. You've got the sports ECU. Do me one favour, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Just exit the tuning menu and go back in for me.
Like
Right.
that.
So now on the left in solid white, we've got our baseline numbers, right? That's what we've just achieved.
Yeah.
And we've made some improvements, haven't we?
Yeah.
Now, one last improvement, I think we can get a little bit of torque and a little bit of acceleration here and a better looking power curve. How about we grab the, you don't have the fully customizable. Oh, bugger.
Oh,
I
have to go
dare
buy it.
say if you had that, you could get a better power curve and you could, eke out a bit better acceleration.
Okay.
So what you'd do is you'd install it and your power would go up, but then you would bring the power back down to 600 with your power restrictor. And that will give you a nice fatter power curve with a wider power band, if you like, on that blue graph.
So do you agree that you'd leave that number at 100 and alter this only?
Yes. The power restrictor is the best one to use when you need to bring power down, without a doubt. You only use ECU when you have to. Do you know how far down the power restrictor goes?
Another 18.
Well, now you know. You cheated. It goes down to 70, right? They both go down to 70. So I would just slide that power restrictor down just for the exercise. Just see what happens to the curve. Slide it all the way down.
Oh,
Look at that. Look how fat the power curve's getting. That's a good thing, right? Your peak power's down. Yes, that's a bad thing. But see how it's getting nice and fat like that? That's what you want. You want a nice fat blue curve. That means it doesn't matter what revs you're doing, you're going to be at close to peak power at all times. Right? So that's a good thing.
So horsepower is bullshit to a certain degree.
No, horsepower, there's no doubt that car's now slower, right? We've just brought our power down. But I'm talking about if you have to bring it down to meet the regs of the lobby, you're better off doing it with your power restrictor. I'm not saying that car's now quicker. Like, if the power, just say it was 500 horsepower was the limit in this lobby. You'd bring it down to 500 with your power, right? With the, like that.
Yeah,
right?
I can see,
Whereas if you bring it down with the ECU, the whole curve just starts moving down. It doesn't get any fatter. It doesn't change in shape.
Yep.
So if you can't change it with a sports ECU. But if you had a customizable ECU, you would slide it down and then the whole curve would just drop down.
So you slide that down as well,
change.
would you?
No, you don't want to. No, you don't touch the ECU if you don't have to.
If you don't have to, gotcha,
Yeah. So bring the power restrictor back to 70, and if you're still over the power limit, then bring it down with ECU.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But we're back up at our 599 now, 600. Perfect.
So back to
let's
the
go
track.
out and see what that yields.
Nightmare's joined us as well. I'll keep the traction control on just for comparison purposes.
Yeah. That's another story for another day. If you're not allowed to use traction, how do we make the car behave? You got to tame it down quite a bit more so that it's still drivable with TC off.
Yeah.
Now let's try and shift at 9,000 as well. I'll tell you when to shift on this outlap to give you an idea. Now. So we don't want to rev any more than that.
Okay.
Now. You get the gist?
Yeah.
Righto.
So Scotty's got the supercharger fitted, which I had on this car, but we decided it used up too much fuel, so that's why it got taken off.
Right. So supercharger and the racing ECU, that'll give you a better power curve, I think. It might yield slight improvements, but he hasn't improved on his time. It's up for grabs, mate. Here we go. First attempt, 3/10 up.
Pressure now to not stuff up the lap.
Don't stuff it up, mate. If you get a purple lap on your first go, surely you owe me a beer, right? I work for beer.
A 131 out of a stock car.
Very
That's
nice.
pretty good.
And it's underpowered.
Fury's on
too.
a heater here. Let him cook.
Oh,
I haven't even
run
got it
deep.
tuned up properly yet. It's still heavy too. It's heavier than Fury's as well. My car's not right up to race spec.
I've got a few spots where I'm still over revving.
Oh,
Trying to stay in the track limits.
here we go. He's got it. He's got it, folks. He's nailed it.
Nearly a 29er.
There you go. First attempt. So our tweaks have worked. And you've got plenty of time in that too. You get better again, I think.
Yeah.
But
Pretty much
Oh,
haven't
no.
used first this lap either.
our gearing's much better. Still a little bit tall, but not too bad at all, really. At least you're using sixth.
Nightmare's done at 27. Of course, he's got to make a comment about it. Oh, that's bad.
Wow, you're half a second up then.
Yeah, I know. A couple of bad mistakes.
God, he's gone and improved.
So Nightmare, have you adjusted your settings based on what we've discussed this morning, or is that your old setting?
Let's see what car Nightmare's in. He's in the Corvette. So, a bit unfair there.
Yeah.
He's probably got a rear diffuser as well. Look at this, he's massively up now. His tyres are warm. Look at this.
I'm up, am I?
Oh, yeah.
Pressure. It feels very slidey at the front.
Oh, yeah. Last lap you went through there in second. This lap you went through in fourth. Can you guess what the correct gear is? It's third. Jesus. No, that was. Look at that time though. What's he done?
Yeah.
You done a 29, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, would you say those tweaks have helped?
Oh, certainly. Yeah.
Most definitely, they've helped. I think absolutely. Let's have a look at Nightmare. Yes, he does have a rear diffuser on.
Oh, well,
Sneaky little bugger.
There's a couple of seconds there.
And he's revving the guts out of it. He's got this thing. He's got it flying. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
What's your lobby settings in here?
Unrestricted.
Oh, well, he could be running 800 horsepower for all we know.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
I
You need to set some limits to your lobby. Oh no, he's
on the ball.
being very honourable. He's being honourable. Oz Racing, on the other hand, look at that, 648 horsepower.
Hey, he's carrying a bit of weight though.
Yeah, we'll let him get away with that. I'd rather have the weight down, to be honest.
Yeah.
That car doesn't look like it'd be fun.
So
with that amount of weight.
Yeah.
Oh, here endeth the lesson.
Yeah.
You happy with that, Fury?
Yeah. That's good.
There's more tweaking you can do there, so you can now tweak to your liking with things like suspension, ride height. I'd maybe try bringing the ride height down, as low as you can, until it starts bottoming out and misbehaving on you. Because the lower the car sits, the better its inherent downforce is going to be, and that lower centre of gravity is going to just give you more lateral grip to start with as well. So you don't want to have the car any higher than it has to be.
Let's do marginal changes there. What about anti-roll bar? You'd leave that the way it is?
Yeah, unless the car's misbehaving for you, I think it's fine.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Everything there looks fine.
Now, if I put the supercharger on, I don't have it. Don't have the turbo either, no.
You're the bloody lobby host too, so you can't leave and go to the tuning shop.
Yeah, it's a pain, that, isn't it?
Why did you have to host a lobby? Why didn't you just jump in someone else's lobby?
Yeah, why didn't
I would, for the sake of the stream, I would do that. These guys are just going to have to pop back in, but I think you'll get some real improvements if you get that ECU and the supercharger.
Yeah.
Unless they're not allowed. The ECU surely is allowed.
Oh, yeah, all that's allowed, yeah.
Yeah.
Oz, do you want to copy the event settings and then throw it back up?
It's all right. We'll just wait for you for a minute.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or maybe Nightmare could do it.
You can save them. Hopefully you've got them, Fury, haven't you?
We go through you, and then we go through what you're doing at the moment.
I'll save them if you like.
Okay.
All right, I've got them.
You've
so you
got
go
it.
to the tuning shop, and I'll set up a lobby.
Okay. Yeah, 600 horsepower's right, Alex. I'm going by the ECU now. I've got to try and remember where that is.
So, just to answer that 600 horsepower question, it's far more important to have your ECU at 100 and the best power curve possible rather than being right on 600.
Yep.
Right? So you could play with it. You could bring the power restrictor up and then drop the ECU a little bit. You get right on 600, but then your acceleration times will be worse because the car has the power curve's not as good. So that one extra horsepower is not worth chasing. So that's just another point that you could all put it in your notebooks. I hope everyone's jotting this down, are they? Oh, they don't have to. It's on YouTube. It's there forever.
It's there forever. No secrets.
That's it.
You didn't put one up, Ando. Nightmare's got one up.
I've got one up now.
Oh, have you?
Well, join whichever. Who's
Nightmare's
Have you
is
joined
visible to me at the moment, so I'll go there.
Oh, I'll jump in that one then. I'll close
Okay.
mine.
Yeah.
I've got no one here. Story of my life. No friends.
Always got friends at GT Lounge.
There we go. Scotty's making notes. Good to see, mate. Good to see. Righto. So let me jump in your share screen again, Fury.
Yeah.
And before you bolt on those parts, or you actually did bolt them on, did you?
Well, just once you buy it, it goes on automatically.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to go
But
back to sports?
let's just go back to what you were. Go back to what you were, yeah.
Yeah.
Now take the supercharger off. Oh, yeah, it's off, isn't it? So that's where you were, is it?
Yep.
Okay, so just exit the
Oh, I
tuning
didn't
menu
buy
and
the
go back in again.
supercharger. Sorry. Did you want me to? I just bought the ECU.
Right. All right, well, let's just do this as an exercise, but the supercharger will help even more.
Yeah.
So now hit the triangle. So now we've got to bring that power restrictor down a little bit to
Yep.
get it below 600 again. Why'd you come back? Yeah.
Oh, I
Okay,
didn't realise
598.
I can see it on the top. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so stick with that. Now, this is a good example. So hit
yeah.
triangle. Hit triangle.
Yeah.
There, 598.
Mm.
So let's have a look there. Oh, you had 605. So those numbers on the left are not what we want.
Right. Want
so
to go back the
put
other way?
Yes, please. Go back. All right, hit triangle.
Yep.
Oh, now you're in. Yep. So there's what you were on the left there, 599
Yep.
with the acceleration times. Good. So now let's fit the ECU. Don't hit triangle yet.
Yep.
Go down to power restrictor, bring it down to 598. Okay. Yep.
Triangle.
Now hit triangle. Okay, now let's have a look at that.
Torque's gone up a little bit. Yeah.
We've got a bit more torque, but we've just lost out slightly on acceleration. There's not much in it.
Very, very
There's not much
slight.
in it, but you are down on horsepower. This is just unlucky because the numbers didn't quite work. So that one extra horsepower might be worth keeping in this instance, right?
Yeah.
But in a lot of instances, it can work in your favour. So let's try and tweak it now, right, to get 600. Keep that.
Yep.
Now go down. No, let's go back in. Go down to power restrictor. Take it up 2 clicks. Yep. Now go to ECU and bring it down 2 clicks. Right, bang on 600. There you go. Now hit triangle. Okay, so that's pretty much restored what you had.
That has, yeah.
You know, so that's an ideal setting right there.
Yeah. So we've dropped a bit of torque though.
Yeah, so arguable, but your acceleration times are fine. You always take them with a grain of salt anyway, because those standing start times are not really important. And the 100 to 150 time might just be due to your gearing. although changing your gearing doesn't change that number. So they're not the be-all and end-all, but obviously it's good to be right on 600. A little bit less torque, that's not really important because you're going to be revving the car anyway. And those acceleration times look good. So this is a setup you could possibly have, or you could revert back to sports. Let's try normal just for the exercise, actually, see what that does.
Drops us down to 577.
Yeah, take it. Now, how do you fix that? Now, what do you do?
I'm going to bump this guy up, aren't I?
Yes. 597. Just accept that. Hit triangle. See what happens.
Accept it.
Hit triangle. Okay, so there you go. There's an exercise, an experiment, and that hasn't worked, has it? We're now slower.
Yeah.
So we don't want that. So let's go back to the sports ECU. There's not much in it here. So you can do the same exercise with the supercharger, right? If you had it, you could fit the supercharger. I guarantee you'll get a better power curve and the car will be quicker.
With the supercharger.
But that's up to you if you want to duck out now and get it.
Yeah, I might as well. Let's continue
just
on.
For the exercise. Oz Racing, do you have a car that's got all the parts? A Mustang?
Yeah, I got the Mustang. I'm about to in a minute. I'm just doing a ship race at the moment because I ran out of money, so I'm just doing a quick race here.
Right.
To get some cash up.
You're grinding. You're grinding.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Fury, polished ports. Let's just click on that. Don't buy it yet, but let's have a look what it does.
Yeah.
It gives you a bit more power and a bit more torque. So that's a good thing to get.
Okay.
So always get every part you can, except the ones that don't increase torque. If it doesn't increase torque, it might not be worth it. If it drops your torque, it may well completely not be worth it. Well, look at that. Fucking get that, mate. What are you doing here? You're leaving time on the table, brother. All right, now, what about the racing intercooler? Get that, bugger. Before you do, though, click on it. No. What does it do?
Nothing, but you got to get the supercharger. Oh. They go together, don't they?
Yeah, because you don't. Yeah, get the supercharger first. Well, look what that does. That's a beast of a thing to get. So you definitely want to get that. All right. Now let's look at the racing cooler. Yeah, look at that. Increases power and torque. So as a general rule, that's going to give you an improvement.
Yeah, so they go hand in hand, those two, don't they?
So even though you have to bring the power back down, right, because you're limited to 600, those parts are going to help you because they'll give you a better power curve. You'll be developing peak power for longer, earlier in the rev range. And that's something you absolutely want, right? You'll still be under the 600 max power limit for the lobby, but your car's going to be a rocket compared to what it was. And it's going to have the acceleration times to prove it as well. So we'll go in now and have a look at that.
Okay.
So you always want to get in a lobby like this where tuning's enabled and there's a power limit. You want to have the best power curve possible, right? There's two things at play here. There's the peak power, but there's also the shape of the power curve. You can play with both. Yeah.
Let's go to that guy. We're just going to max the shit out of this thing, aren't we?
No. There you go. All right, now hit triangle. Oh, you've gone in with the wrong... You've gone in with 700 horsepower. So those times are not comparable.
Oh, right. Okay.
But we can remember them, can't we? So
that
acceleration times...
That was on 88. And that was on sports. Oops. Oh, no. I've got to bring it down, don't I?
Take the charger. No, just take the charger off.
Why is that up?
Because...
because we put another part on.
You got the racing clutch. That's not going to change your power though, so I'm not sure why that's changed. But maybe it was 87 you had.
No, it was 88.
What other part did you get?
We got the...
You just got the clutch.
The clutch and...
Oh, you got the polished ports.
Ports, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it's now 87. But there's your baseline there. So just exit now and come back in. Oh, you have. You've just done that, have you?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's crank up.
To that?
Yep.
Triangle?
Put the charger on. Oh, you got the high-end torque. You want the low-end one. You got to go get the low-end one.
Okay.
All right. Because high-end torque is not what you want because you've got a power limit anyway. So you want low-end torque.
So just explain the benefits between low-end and high.
Well, the high-end torque is going to give you ultimately a higher peak power, but you're in a lobby where the peak power is limited anyway. So why not use the low-end torque and then you'll be at peak power for longer again? You know, this is the common theme here. We want peak power for longer. So you'll be developing peak power really low in the rev range here. If there was no limit or if the power limit was 800 or something and you couldn't even get to 800 with the low-end charger, then you would look at the high-end charger so that you could reach that peak figure. But we've got a peak power of 600 in this lobby, so the high end is superfluous. It's not needed, but a little bit more low end power will be very beneficial.
Look at that cheeky comment there by Scotty. I was hoping for Super GT, but got you.
A Super GT, yeah. Or Disney or someone, yeah. Yeah, you're stuck with me, Scotty.
Yeah.
Until Fury's ad revenue goes up, then you could afford someone.
Yeah, someone
better.
like Super GT. I don't know that they do tuned races. They always seem to be in.
Yeah, Tidgeny talks about settings a little bit.
Does he?
Super GT, I think, is just a racer. I'm sure he knows all this stuff, but
yeah,
he's kicking goals in life. He's getting, because of his fame on YouTube, he's got himself a drive in real life.
Yeah.
A couple of, yeah.
Doesn't get any better than that, does it? Oops, keep doing that. All right, so we're back to our 598.
Yeah.
As a base point. So now we want to go.
So now let's bolt on these really awesome bits. Racing intercooler. Now bring the restricted down.
I never looked at that top blue number to tune based on the horsepower.
Right, oh, there you go. Then now you got a nice, useful shortcut. Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
You're just over. But just for the exercise, hit triangle now.
Okay.
Okay, so your times are slightly worse because you're way down at 592. So this is an instance where I would try and play with the ECU to try and get myself back up towards 600.
Mm. But the ECU...
What can you do?
Oh, yeah, I've got to take that right down, don't I?
No.
No? I've got to turn it right up, yeah.
Yeah, not right up. Not right up. Just take it... No.
Bang.
There you go, bang on. Okay, see if that helps. No, it hasn't helped, right? Because you took it up too much, I think. Oh, look at that 0 to 1,000. Oh no, they've gotten better. Right, so that 100 to 150 is down, 1,000 metre times down. So I think that's better.
Yeah, it is.
But let's try and make it even better. So the fact you've had to bring power down to 90, ECU down to 96 is not a good thing. That's not good for the shape of the curve.
Yeah.
So let's take that up one. And now let's bring restricted down one.
Try that.
Okay, now, yep, try that. Okay, that's...
So not to 400
much.
we've suffered, but the other one we've done all right.
Yeah, so that's getting there, you know, like your PP's gone up, your torque's gone up, which, you know, as a general rule, having more torque is a good thing. That means you're producing power earlier in the rev range.
It's about the same, isn't it?
Yeah, so you're fine tuning only here. You know, you've pretty much got this car at about, you know, as much as you want. But the interesting thing about having the supercharger on now is you can short shift the car a bit more, and you'll actually be better on fuel.
Oh, better
because you
on
won't
fuel.
have to rev it as much.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's settle on some final numbers here. Let's try to get it. Where do you like it? You're gonna stick with that? 592. No, that's no good. We want to get it up.
$5.96. See that? Oh God, I've gone the wrong way. Gee, it's a big jump, isn't it? By 1 digit.
Yeah, but you're just over the power limit, unfortunately.
Hmm.
So try and get it legal. Hang on. Hang on. Go down one. All right, now go back to ECU. Go up 2. Still over.
Yeah. So is there any value, like, there doesn't appear to be much in the difference in the power curves there between sports and...
No, it's not a lot in it. But for some cars there will be.
Yeah, we're still over, aren't we?
Yeah, I would let's fit the fully customizable ECU. Yep. How much power we got?
601.
Okay. Now let's bring the power down to the ECU down to ECU, not the power restrictor.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Now bring the power restrictor up to
604.
up 1. Sorry.
596.
Yeah. What's that doing? Yeah, that's pretty good. Bring the power restrictor up 1 more.
I think it'll put us over. Here we go to 604.
Yep. That's fine. That's fine. Now bring ECU down 1. Now see what that does. 598.
Yeah, 598.
That's something I would try. I would try that.
Try that one. Yep.
But before we do, have a look at the power curve one more time. We'll just work out where we want to shift it. Okay, so there's peak power there. Once again, it hasn't really changed much. Peak power is at 9,000.
Yeah.
Sorry, at 8.5.
Yeah.
So we don't want to rev anywhere past 9. That's when the power really drops away. So we want to rev it out to 9 still, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Which is where we were before, wasn't it?
Yeah. The numbers don't reflect it, but you will be in a faster car now. but it won't be night and day. It won't. Sometimes when you do that exercise we just did, where you strap on and bolt on as many parts as you can, you know, and then bring the power down with your restrictor, you'll end up with a much better power curve, a much better car. But this one, for whatever reason, hasn't really benefited hugely.
What weight are we supposed to be at?
1335.
1335.
I'm 1226 now.
Yeah, that might be the problem for that other guy.
Go get some ballast.
Not.
How do I get it to 13?
1335. You got to go get the ballast.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can buy it in this lobby, actually.
Oh, can you?
Yep. You go to the shop.
No, sorry, no, pretty hard.
You just got to hit the red X to tick out, and then you can go to the shop, the shopping trolley.
It's not got the diffuser on there.
Oh, he went and changed, did he?
Yeah.
He's still done a 28.3. So he's still flying.
Yeah.
Which is to be expected in that Camaro.
He is quicker than me anyway, so.
Cold tyres, mate. Cold tyres.
And I was in first as well.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Rookie mistake. Hopefully he hasn't got damage on permanent.
We might be able to play with some diff settings, Fury, if you want to improve that corner exit traction. Now, I'm spectating you, but there's a lot of lag. You're bouncing around on my screen.
Yeah, okay.
But it's livable.
Okay, so now, how do I put my weight back up, mate?
Yeah, you go on your tuning menu and you add ballast.
Yep. Just add it.
If you're already added 200, then you've done too many weight reductions and you've got to go in and get a new chassis. But your car, Fury, is getting out of the corners pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels a little bit looser.
Wait till the tyres warm up.
Yeah, and it's obviously the extra power created. Or torque.
But you've got the car a bit lower to the ground now, so you should be able to carry a bit more speed. Not that you're going to notice it, but it will just be reflected in your lap times.
Sorry to be annoying again. Okay, I'll figure that out. But it's 13 what exactly?
1335, yeah.
Thank you. Sorry to be annoying.
No, that's okay.
So you can try some settings to get the car a bit more controllable on corner exit, Fury, or you could just pay a bit of I try to be a bit more judicious with your throttle application.
Yeah.
Just feed that throttle on a bit more smoothly. Because 600 horses is a lot in these cars. Even with racing softs, it's a lot of power to be trying to lay down. You know, in what's effectively a road car.
Yeah, the back end just feels like it wants to come around then under the on that corner. Same here.
Who's fueled fantasies?
That's Alex Nightmare.
Alex, right? Yeah. Alex, a poor workman will always blame his tools. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm finding it's not turning in or handling well through the corner.
Okay, testing one.
So you reckon that ride height would have been affecting how I'm getting through the corners?
Well, if you find the car's not turning at full lock for you, you might have to bring that front ride height back up a bit. If you think maybe it's hitting the guards, but
or is it the case now I've got more power earlier? It's a case of getting used to it.
yeah, see if you can settle that time as is. Your tyre wear's starting to take effect. I don't know what you got the tyre wear settings at. It's close to what you did before.
Yeah,
and that's
that
with
was
a penalty.
with a penalty.
Yeah, your lap time here is all about getting the first corner right and the last corner.
Yeah.
They're the so.
It seems to bounce over the curves more, I think.
Okay, so it's not. It's okay. So we can try and dial that down a bit if you want.
Or driver doesn't hit the curves. What's the tyre wear set at, Alex?
Yeah, it's a bit high because you're on lap 5 and your tyres are starting to slow you down. Ideally, you might want tyre wear off in this sort of environment where we're just trying to, you know, eliminate variables so we can see what our settings changes are doing. So I'd probably turn tyre wear and fuel off, and even have equal conditions on. Is Nightmare in this YouTube feed?
He's in the YouTube
Is he watching?
chat. Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, so I'm out of fuel already. And
I'll just type to him. So we want to, when we're doing this sort of testing, we want to eliminate all the variables we can. So we don't want any wind, we don't want any tyre wear, we don't want any fuel use, because they will all affect your lap times, right?
Yeah.
So we want a scientifically clean environment, right, to get meaningful conclusions from our data. So this is what I do when I'm trying to set up a car. I'll I'll turn everything off so I can just purely, see the results of my tuning.
Yep.
And there's nothing else at play. Now he's reset the fastest lap time, so here's your chance to go purple, mate. Send it.
Yeah, then quit once we've done it. So there.
Just a preemptive strike. Just get in there, go purple, and then get the hell out of there. Do you want to try some other settings before you go out?
I'll see how I go in this.
See how you go now.
There we go.
Yeah, the car might be a bit too low to the ground.
You reckon we go back out and change that?
Well, if you just bear in mind you're on cold tyres now too, so your outlet you can't just go hammer and tonk.
Yeah.
You got to be really gentle. Bring the tyres in nicely. Just take it easy for a lap, maybe two. These cars are a handful. They're very high-powered road cars. We're bolting on a whole bunch of aftermarket bits and trying to, go as fast as a Group 3 car in it.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of downforce, and they aren't exactly sprightly when it comes to weight. Now, I would have left a gap to Nightmare there because we're in a testing environment, so I would have just given myself some space to start my hot lap.
Oh, I can just stuff it up like that. I'll get a penalty though.
Don't rev it too high. I think he's got penalties off.
Yeah.
This random
laggy,
Spanish
isn't it?
dude's in a stock car. Yeah, I reckon it's the Spaniard here that's causing the problems, actually. Yeah, then he goes and puncher.
Yeah, he gives me a rub.
Or was that might have been lag.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I think he's got to go. He might be causing all this instability. Don't over rev. Remember that second last corner, you want third gear.
Right, it's that curb. It's getting me every time, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, let's jump back to the pits if you want, and we can maybe try and dial that out of it.
I think I took them down 2 or 5, I think. I think it was 2.
Let me just see what your settings are. Oh, well, I'm having trouble even viewing your screen. So let's have a look at your settings, your ride height there.
I've just changed them up by 2.
All right. Click on them then again, though. Okay, yep. And what's the front at?
92.
Sorry, relative to the minimum, right? So you've got it. That's quite high. That's okay. What I think might be at play is some other things. So let's try and settle the car down with some other settings now. So what I'd like you to do is your rear damper 31.
Damping ratio?
No. Your rear damper compression, 31. Yep, let's make that 36. So 31 is a little bit too compliant, so the car might be compressing when it hits the curb too much, and it's bouncing. So we want to stiffen that up a bit. It's somewhat counterintuitive. You'd think making the car stiffer will make it less compliant over the curbs, but it can sometimes work the other way. So let's have that front damper at 36 as well. Yep.
Will I put the ride height back down, do you think? Or?
No. That's okay. Let's try and help it from all angles here. Make the rear expansion 45. Okay. Now let's look at natural frequency. 3.6 at the rear there. That's quite stiff. Let's have a look where that is on the scale. Yeah. Let's bring that down to 3.3. So we're going to try and have the car absorb that curb but not compress too much, but you don't want it overly stiff. Now let's bring the front natural frequency down. You make these numbers lower. Softer springs means better tyre wear. Let's make that 3.1. Now these are not going to have a massive effect. Now that rear camber looks a bit high to me, so we want more of the contact patch touching the ground. So let's bring that let's bring that camber down. Let's bring it down to 1.7. Yep. Let's take that front camber down to 2.1. Yep. We'll leave the toe. Let's try and play with the diff as well a little bit. Actually, let's not touch the diff. So, you don't want to change too many things at once, because you go back out, the car feels different, and then you don't know why it feels different.
Yeah.
So you can't make wholesale changes to too many things at once.
Yep.
Because then you don't know what's caused, the improvement. Or if it's gotten worse, you go, what's made it worse? You don't know. So this is very much an iterative process. You've got to try something, see what it does, then try something else. One thing at a time, pretty much.
Too heavy on the go button.
You just got to feed that throttle on a bit more, just a bit more careful. Once again, you're on your outlap, so you've got cold tyres.
Yeah.
So you just got to be just driving Miss Daisy a bit on your outlap.
G'day, Aussie. Does feel better in handling.
Yeah, let's see what you can do, what sort of lap time you can produce. Now you've got traffic ahead of you, slow traffic by the looks of it, so what do we want to do here? Let's just back it off a bit. Yeah, let's just not be up his arse into turn 3. He's going way too slow, isn't he?
Wants to be on YouTube. Probably got a slow
Don't over rev it.
Yeah. Oh, Tendo Cruise would be lovely, especially in the middle of winter. Where are you off to next, Sando?
I'm on call at the moment, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Could be anywhere.
Just got to wait till they call me. At the moment, I'm sitting at home being paid to be a semi-professional driving instructor.
Oh, we didn't say
In
anything
an hour
about
or two,
payment.
I'll be a sim racer again in a Volvo.
Yeah, we need to go and start practicing that again soon.
This lap's looking nice and clean. The car looks like it's behaving for you. Is that what you would say?
I've been mindful of the throttle. I got a little bit of oversteer a couple corners ago.
You're always, going to get that. This GTR ahead of you, by the way, just quietly, he's put in a pretty good lap.
Yeah. Oh, I got
you haven't. Oh, no. Oh, it's a 29 too. Ah. You got a penalty in the last quarter. Unlucky, but I think what we changed just then has helped. No doubt.
Certainly improved it. Yeah. Yeah, Bonza's a pretty good racer too.
Yeah, he's got that GTR. It doesn't even have wide body, I think. He's got it cranked.
You're still grinding away there, Oz.
Maybe I should go out on track and you can spectate me for the stream. You want to see what I can do?
Yeah.
Let's bring the champion.
Show everyone how it should be done.
Let's go club some seals, hey?
Yeah. Let's go and do it.
You watch now.
Times.
Now I won't even be able to. Now I won't even be able to do a 30. Now that I've said that, I'm going to give it a go anyway. So spectate me if you wish.
I will.
What time's that on, Fury? This race?
There's no scheduled V8 race at the moment, but we've got a Volvo race today.
Oh, right.
Which is the Volvo estate wagon. Tuned to 354.
Yeah, probably don't own that yet,
So what's the Mustang you're in there, mate? Is it the Shelby GT350?
Yeah. 19.
16, isn't it?
16, sorry.
Okay. I'm in it. Let's go. Let's see what we can produce here. We want 600 Aussies. Okay. 1335.
It took me half an hour to do that. It takes you 5 minutes.
Well, I've already got all the parts for it and everything. I got this sucker dialed in.
I've got to get out of the mindset of revving too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, 29, well, half a second slower than the penalty lap, but it's better.
Yep, okay. Everything.
I reckon with practice I'll be able to get that to the low 29, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's hard to get a clean lap hooked up around here.
Yeah. We've actually run over time a little bit more than we expected, but it's all been good. still. Give Nightmare a bit of airtime. So he's consistent in the 28. Looks like it's going down the track with lag. Looks like it's crabbing. Showing your car and a bit of lag too, and must be just the lobby.
Yeah.
Not go in car view or the Bureau racing just to give me perspective. Alex wants to know if you've done IRL racing.
Nah, just track days.
Just track days. What car do you do that in?
Audis, RS3. Whoa! What was that?
It's very jittery.
I think I might be bottoming out. I might have to raise my car, I think.
I did a drive day once. We had a Lamborghini, and can't remember which one it was now. Ferrari.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Jeez.
And an Audi R8 up at the Yarra Valley. Ferrari, very sort of technical, synthetic car feel to it, whereas the Lambo was raw.
Yeah, right.
Brute power was awesome. We had to sign a waiver for any damage with an excess of 10,000.
Right.
I didn't tell my wife about that. No, I won't be, Alex. Don't get to the Bathurst things anymore. Used to with the corporate. Certainly not a 12-hour.
Okay, what's this like?
28. Yeah.
28.1 in the Mustang. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. So you'd have different ride height to what I've got, I would imagine.
No, it's similar.
Similar?
I set up
Okay.
similar, but what I'm doing is I'm not revving the car as much because we're traction limited out of most corners here, so I'm really just being careful
Yeah.
not to have that traction control interfering too much, intervening.
I don't think you got traction on, from what I can see.
It's not working at all. It's not coming in. It's not needed. I'm just. I'll have a look. Have a look at my setup in a second. See, third gear there. You were using first gear sometimes.
Yeah.
Get it into the apex now. Fourth gear for exit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no traction control needed. Once again, fourth gear for exit here. because we're very much traction limited in this car. You know, third gear, your rear's too much.
So you're alluding to
Fourth gear here, you know.
a race that you have traction control not available. That's what you got to do, is just shift up, basically.
Yeah.
27 here, I think. Yeah.
Oh, yes. And getting close to Nightmare in his Camaro there, aren't we?
Yeah.
So the Mustang can do it. It's you know, it's not completely hamstrung, but it's ultimately just that little bit slower.
Yep.
Than the see, I've got my car a bit lower than you. I've got my suspension a bit softer. Everything else is similar. Got maximum downforce, steering similar, supercharger. Now my acceleration times are much better. Now I don't know why that is. I don't have the racing intercooler. Yeah, look at that. I've got 65 torque. Why is my power curve so much better than yours? Voice ports, titanium, racing crank.
Just really the distance, Alex, plus I used to go as a corporate guest. I was a little bit spoiled. Where are you at with your car, Oz? You got it all tuned, you reckon?
No, not yet.
Should be able to buy all bits?
Yeah, I've just got it all right now, but now I'm just trying to get it set up properly. I've been listening to everybody and just trying to set it up now.
Yeah, I'm in Gippsland, yeah.
27.9. So what's your time, Fury? A 29.7. So I reckon you could hook up a lap. You could take another second off that, I reckon.
Yeah, I think getting used to the car more, I could probably do it. Maybe I got to put my big boy pants on, turn traction control off, and use the car. I'd maybe lower the car a little bit more again, back down. Yeah, okay.
Other than that, you're pretty similar to me.
So Oz's first lap, so Mick's 31.
36 on my first lap. Yeah.
You only get better.
Oh, fuck.
That's what I was doing.
No, I've got no traction on. I'm just trying to drive without it.
Yeah. The stream's been going a lot longer than what we intended, but it's been fantastic value for me alone.
Oh, it has been awesome. Good information today.
Yeah, it's almost information overload soon, but it's I'll be able to look back at this stream and have a look and take some actual notes.
I hope so, because next time we stream, there will be a short exam to cover what we've learned today, folks, okay? It'll be in the form of a verbal quiz, and the pass mark's 100%, okay?
Yeah, that's it. All right, well, we might finish up there. I've got to go and have a bit of a break before we race this afternoon. The missus will be crook at me for being up here all the time. But my excuse is it was raining, I couldn't get back to the house. For those wondering, my man cave's up in one of my sheds on the farm.
Well, that's a go.
Far away as possible.
Yeah, about 40 or 50 metres it is.
I've got my own spare room, so I'm pretty happy. I just shut the door.
All right, thanks very much, Ando, for coming along. That's been terrific, and we hope to have you. I hope to have you
No
back
worries,
again.
mate. And thanks again for coming on my stream yesterday and stuff.
Yeah, I will always jump in if I see you, mate. So
I'm
Happy
always
days.
doing something stupid. I'm always doing something stupid on there.
And thank you to everyone that's watching or has watched. If you want to see anything like more tuning or a different car or whatever, drop us a note and we'll see what we can organise. But maybe some different content. Maybe you just want to do a race with Oz and I and Ando and anyone else. Because the quicker guys that you race with does improve your own racing as well.
And Fury, when give it a plug of when you're putting this Mustang race on.
Yeah, nothing's been sorted yet, but I will. And we'll mention it in our daily streams once it does happen.
Yeah, nice work. Yeah, nice
Also
work.
on YouTube and Discord. But yeah, if anyone wants to see anything that we're not covering, drop us a note and we're more than happy to try and oblige. So make sure you stream to Oz Racing on YouTube as well as myself. We would appreciate that. Drop a like on this video and etc. And again, from both of us, thanks for watching. Thanks to Nightmare for hosting this little lobby. And thanks again, Ando. It was been
yeah,
brilliant.
cheers anytime. It was
All right,
fun.
bye.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks,
Okay.
everybody.
See you next week, 9 o'clock Sunday morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Bye.